Hello everybody, and welcome back to Formula 1 2020, the new game, second race of our pre-season. And yeah, we are in Vietnam, the circuit that we have not seen yet, at all in our league. We have been driving Zandvoort last week. Almost everyone is here. I hope the missing drivers will join after the qualifying, as not everyone was able to show up, even though we had an overflow of drivers, which is, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say like I'm too tilted about it, but I would prefer if we ditch some drivers so that you can race, that you actually show up if you're signed up. Because yeah, seems like the right thing to do, eh? Nonetheless, qualifying is gonna be happening. There is a Merkel leaving the pits first. I wonder who that's gonna be. Either Lewis or Ethan. It seems to be Ethan. And yeah, Hanoi, of course, is a city circuit that is quite tricky to drive. I may say, though, if you get it right, it's very satisfying. Especially like that last sector. It just, I don't know, it feels very good to drive it if you hit all the apexes. Coming to this one, I don't even know what to expect. Quite a few of these guys are new, but signed up for teams in the upcoming season. With the activity we have right now, it is looking somewhat likely that we will have 2 tiers again. We will definitely have too many teams for the elite tier. So there's gonna be challenger. Yeah, as said earlier, this race should have been a full grid. That has not happened yet. I will have an eye on the Discord to see when the other guys are potentially coming in. But yeah, so far, first hot lap's about to start, so we will jump on board with Ethan here. Man's like Jax. Yeah, Jax is definitely a good contender for a high position here. As we will stick with Ethan for this first lap. I think the lap is somewhat of the longer. Okay, never mind. This is not gonna be good. We will jump somewhere else. I have heard from rumors that Ginger Ninja is a quick driver. And I'm excited to see that in person. At least he has purple sector 1, but well, Ethan's sector 1 has been pretty scuffed. So, yeah, onwards to the new longest straight of the season, I think. If you, well, don't count this as a corner, but it is not really a corner, so I'd say it's a straight. Here we are. Nice little hairpin by Jinx here, and towards the difficult sector 3. I'm really excited how he's gonna do that. No purple sector 2, by the way. Ethan beat him in that. I think that's not looking too bad, to be honest. One of the earlier turns can be driven full speed if you hit the apex perfectly, but I think generally speaking, that one was quite alright. Now, quickest time set by Ethan. You can go like 2 seconds quicker. Ginch doesn't manage to be any quicker, even though, well, the first attempt looked a bit botched there for Ethan. Okay, where are we going to look? Okay, we are exactly at the right spot at the right time. Goldfish. Goldfish is coming through as well in the 137 mark, and well, maybe I was mistaken about it being possible to be 2 seconds faster than Ethan, as Simmons, who's currently a good indicator of quick lap times, is only a full second ahead. Over to Bettis here, who's just completed Sector 2, now the most tricky part of the track. Close one. I mean, he hit the apexes quite well. I doubt that he was fast, but at least he was precise. And yeah, that's not gonna be a best time. That's not even gonna be a 11th best time at the moment. Oh no, it's gonna be an 11th best time, of course. But won't stay there for long, I assume. As that really wasn't that good. So, on board with Goji. Coming through that big long straight. Perfect time for a little nap. The drivers, please don't do that. Before, well, the track really kicks off in Sector 3. Which is probably pretty much 90% turns. We're gonna see how he manages that. I feel like it is maybe more difficult to drive with a pad, because you have to hit like... it's more difficult to hit every apex. Oh, I thought he was actually on a hot lap. Yikes. We will just stay with him now, as he's most likely one of the last guys who's at a hot lap at the moment. Oh, Simmons actually his quickest lap on the medium tires. Didn't see that. And Alex as well. Quite a good one on the medium tire. Gonna open up interesting strategy opportunities for them if they can stay in their good position on these tires. Of course, lap 1 is gonna be crucial. This is a track where we have, of course, never seen a race, but like just from the layout of the first few turns, I assume there's gonna be maybe not carnage, but maybe contact, like a hairpin like that, so close behind the actual point of the get going. I don't know. It's gonna be weird for sure. Towards Sector 3 now. Still following Goji, of course. As he goes through these last turns. I mean, yeah, Vietnam has been like a track that has been a kind of like patched together out of different tracks, for example. Long straights, of course, copied from Baku maybe, as this is a street circuit as well. But yeah, you can't really copy a straight, I guess. This first turn, for example, from the Malaysian Grand Prix back in the days with the hairpin and then the long right-handers. Some of them compared this turn and the hairpin on the end of this straight with the snakes in Malaysia and China, for example. Last sector, or last bit of Sector 3 was stated to be inspired by Suzuka, the S's early on. And yeah, generally speaking, I think it's a pretty interesting mixture. It is a track that I have heard on the server, at least, some find worse than Monaco. While I say I don't think it delivers good racing opportunities. Apart from like the big straight, that's where all the overtakes are gonna happen, and well then, that's it. I think it is very fun to drive. Like Sector 3 is fun to drive. The little snaky things, no, snail, like the round things with the corners, turns 1, 2, 5 and the hairpin before the long straight is kind of a pain, but yeah, respectable. Respectable is a good word to describe Jack's lap time here on the mediums. Let's just jump over to Lewis, for example, as he has a purple Sector 2. Pushing through Sector 3 now, looking quite alright in the Merc. And yeah, of course, times up on top were driven on medium tires, at least Simmons and Jack's time, and now Ethan and Lewis slot into it. By the way, if you are one of the drivers who checked in and who's looking the stream now, I think like, oh my god. Well, Lewis retired. Now the drivers had their chance, and if you signed yourself up, or like speaking of Gary Gunn, just won a race, I guess you can hop in, because since I have not heard anything of the other checked in drivers ever since, like, I don't know, we don't need to drive or race with 16 drivers, and if you come in right now, you might have a go at one hot lap still. So, who is on hot laps? I assume the McLaren. Is that Percy back here? No, that is the wrong McLaren. I thought of Ginger Ninja here, who just comes over the start-finish line to get his second hot lap attempt going. Looking quite alright through Sector 1. He's gonna run into his teammate in this next part of the track. Don't know what Percy's doing exactly, but not doing it quick. Oh, they... Aha! He gives him the tow! Okay, that's interesting. Holy shit, I did not expect that from the good old Rocket Sundays boys. But they know what they're doing. Okay, I was wondering what Percy was doing there, and damn, okay. Okay. Let's see if Ginge can profit from that though. Oh yeah, like I previously said, when he lifted in that first part of Sector 3, you can drive that full throttle, and he did it here, definitely a bit faster. Looking very good through these last corners as well. Now, last turn, very dangerous to touch the outside wall there, but he does well. And he is a good bit quicker, probably by the help of the tow as well. E7 now for him. Let's look on the track. Who is in a reasonable, well, distance from the finish line? Is that far? No. Fabian Gaming's in the pits. Goldfish is invalid. Meshik has left the session. Every one of these guys has such old tires on. Ginge is probably coming in. Simmons though. How about that? I mean, we've seen a head lap by him already, but I think he's probably the best contender right now for a pole position, regarding his well, first attempt being on mediums, and this one is on softs. looking very good so far. Very good indeed, as he outqualifies everyone else so far by 6/10 of a second. Quite the Mercedes performance, if you want. His, of course, Racing Point colleague here on a hot lap as well. I don't know who he's running into there. Might be Bettis, as he seems to be the lonely Haas driver today. Yep, on 3 lap old softs he'll probably clear the way. Will he? Is he on a hot lap? Very sad for Goji, of course, as he had to abandon his hot lap there. After not having the space. But at least Bettis was actually going for a hot lap, and this was not some kind of in-lap, he was just a bit slower. Over to Bicorps in the Ferrari here. And in the first sector. Ah, Meshik's back again. What a pleasure. There's Ginge standing on the apex. Is he waiting for Percy? I think he might be waiting for Percy. Well, for now, we're sticking with Bicorps. Goji retired. Where did he do that? In the pits, apparently. Bicorps here, running up into Goldfish, but Goldfish gives him a lot of space. Full throttle through that first part, running very wide in the first big right-hander. Has a go at the last bits. Sector 3 could have been cleaner, most likely. Nonetheless, no slight improvement, a little bit slower than before. Yeah, this time McLaren Toe didn't really go as planned. Who is still on hot laps? Percy? I mean, nonetheless, is on a hot lap. Oh wait, there was a little bit of a lock-up. Does he play without assists? That would be interesting to know. Actually not looking too bad through Sector 3 neither. Coming up into the hairpin. A good racing line as well. So off towards the finish line. And he at least overtakes a little pace. So yeah, onwards with Jack. Percy doesn't have any assists. Okay, well, for that, he is gonna improve with that for sure. And if you get into it, but I've never raced before. Well, I'd say Vietnam is maybe not the easiest track to start, but well, it's the new track, so we're driving today. Feel free to, well, it's in announcement, maybe I will have to put it in votes as well, but now I have started the vote in announcement and it's kinda too late, so yeah, been a bit out of my head in the recent days. In announcements is a text where you can vote for the next race, and maybe you just vote for one that fits you. And we drive that next week as the last preseason race. Very nice racing line by Jack here. Probably so far the cleanest that I've ever seen. Or, well, at least in this session through Sector 3. A little bit of a lockup, but just a slight bit. Ooh, contact to the wall though. And that might have been what ultimately slowed him down, that slight little bit, and prevented him from taking pole. from Simmons. So one more driver is on the track, and it is Percy. He is not on the track anymore though. Wow, this pit lane starts early. Holy. Here we are. So, everyone's back in the pits. Qualifying has finished. Let's put a little bit of a message to the Discord for all the drivers who are not here, that they may still join. But yeah, okay, do we have that little bug again that we have to wait for the, yeah. So apparently we're gonna have to wait for the time to run out. Until we head into the race, which is hopefully gonna be excited. We have somewhat of a full grid. Really unfortunate that some of the drivers didn't show up, but as mentioned before, well, sometimes there are good reasons, and who am I to decide if the reasons were good or bad? Anyways, with the time ticking down, we are gonna head over into the race, and here you have the qualifying result again. Simmons once more on pole, as he has been so often. Somehow always has been lacking race pace wise a bit. Jack with him there, then Infernal Lewis and Bicorps, Ethan in P5, followed by New, Fabian, Ginger Ninja, Goldfish, and Goji. And outside of the top 10 we have Alex, Mashik, Gimp, Percy, Lil Pace, and Alice. So if you're familiar with the team managers and stuff, 3 of these teams are actually managed by one person, Herbie. And I think in this one it is the Red Bulls, the Ferraris, and it is a third full team. Where's Goldfish chilling at? Alfa Romeo. So then it's Alfa as well. So, into the race we go, apparently. Drivers have time to set their setups now, before we hopefully get going without any incidents and bugs or similar things. Session starts in 30 seconds. And well. Yeah, hope for something exciting, especially since the real F1 race today has been somewhat boring. Like, call me a Hamilton hater. I may say I am, but I don't know. I didn't enjoy this too much today. Lights are out though, and we don't have a formation lap apparently. We're going immediately. And well, everyone gets away quite well. Let's jump through the field a little bit, as I would like to change the camera perspective on the TV camera as well. Ooh, there's a bit of an overtake going on. Here, predicted pit stop strategies, good data. Soft, medium, soft, or soft, hard, soft, actually. So, the game thinks we're going 2-stop. Wait. Okay, we have virtual safety car. Well, it has only cost Percy. If we can call it that. Apart from that, everyone is doing quite fine. Goji here is dropping down quite a lot. I don't know if that was due to virtual safety car, but he has lost out quite a bit, while Lewis, going for a move on Bicorps, breaks fairly late. and gets on track position. And with that, P3 for now. Simmons has been overtaken by Jack at the start. And yeah, is for now in P2. We're gonna see how good overtaking goes along here. I assume with DRS it's gonna be quite easy on the main straight. Oh my, that is a bit of front wing damage, and someone went into the wall there. I think it was Lil Pace, most likely. So a bit of Kanj behind. Goji and Alex are actually going into the pits as well. Let's see. Alex gets a new nose. Goji gets a new nose. Up. And Simmons will most likely get a chance here on the first straight. That is quite long already as well. I have that shorter in my mind. And he doesn't get quite close yet. Anyways, this exit will determine quite a lot. And Jack gets a very good exit. However, Simmons has slipstream for a very, very long time. And might ultimately end up reaching Jack just before the braking zone goes to the outside. I think there was Fabian Gaming in the wall. No, it might have been Goldfish actually. Oh, as Fabian Gaming might be going for a move as well. But he's too far away. Nothing happening here. Almost. Contact there. Bicorp still chasing after Lewis and the top squad. And yeah, I think this lap with DRS is gonna be interesting at the top, as both Simmons and Bicorps are in a spot where they could go for a potential move. Simmons, of course, burning through that overtake. Like, ERS is not really there for him anymore. But DRS is gonna be there for him there now. So it is quite likely that he will have to use less of his costly ERS to stay behind Jack. Here, for example, goes without overtake at all to accelerate on that straight, and Jack makes the mistakes. Simmons down through the inside, and he is ahead for now, but let's jump on board with Jack. Jack will have the DRS. Is there gonna be a move? Like, judging by the ground that Simmons gained in the last lap without DRS, yes. Pretty much safe to say that there's something happening. And Jack breaks very deep into the corner. In fact, so deep that Simmons will most likely maintain the lead. Wait. Okay, side by side through Sector 3. That's the thing I want to see. But it doesn't happen to me. As Simmons takes the lead for now. See if Jack has the pace through the last sector to stay in DRS range. Because I have the feeling that Simmons is very quick around here. I mean, not only by his best qualifying, of course. Like, generally speaking. It might be hard, though, to get out of DRS range here, since basically everything is a DRS zone. That is not a turn here. I mean, Simmons is gaining quite a bit. I think we should, like, focus on the midfield a bit more. As Bicorps is running up to just don't get why he broke there. I think he could have just moved to the left. A little bit of wheel banging here. As Bicorps will take the lead for now. Lewis, though, most likely gonna come with the comeback. As Jack up in front is getting very close to Simmons as well. I think we'll stick with these two guys here for a second, though. But since Lewis is already passed, might as well see what Jack tries here. goes for the switchback move, but Simmons just parks his car in the middle of the track and leaves no chance for Jack whatsoever to overtake. Bicorps on the other side, still behind Lewis, of course, getting re-overtaken on the main straight. Gimp and Fabian Gaming, a pair that has found together in the first lap or something, and Fabian is now on the inside, has some front wing damage, but I think Gimp just broke very deep into that one. Ultimately it was enough though, he's passed. And now in P8, Ginch is actually in P7. Well, doing very well over here. And well, I did not expect that. But yeah, as we've seen in the qualifying with the tow, the McLarens are not to be underestimated. I think Fabian Game is gonna pit now for a new wing. There has been another incident that led to Goji going by, and Fabian, in fact, in the pit lane, as we jump over to our leader squad here, going into, oh, that's the second DRS zone, so there might be time to make a move for Bicorps here. This time maybe staying ahead. Can't decide what way around Lewis he wants to take. It's down the inside. I don't think Lewis can defend that. And he can't, in fact. On the other side, Simmons in top could defend against Jack and stays in the lead. A little bit of a spin by Baddis, I think, into turn 1. Fabian Gaming is probably gonna overtake Percy here. They get very close together. And Fabian Gaming now with the DRS breaks down and is ahead of Percy into this little well, these turns. Oh, and Ginch, I think Ginch might have thrown his P7 away. Front wing damage picked up for him as well, as he ran wide in the hairpin, I think. And runs wide here again, as of course he is missing a good part of his front wing. Bicorps in the pits as the first of the top drivers. Jack is staying closely behind Simmons. Don't know if he even tries to go for an overtake or if he just wants to not let go. To spin by a little pace, I think, in sector 3, going back on track. Fabian Gaming now past him. Jack, like, can't really get past Simmons at all, which is interesting to see. For sure. Well, Ginch is now back at the end of the grid, or more towards the end of the grid, as he's getting passed by his teammate outside of the pit lane. Coming out of this beautiful... Oh. There's no penalty? I mean, he like almost halfway crossed the white line at the exit. Was... I don't know, man. Sounds kind of forbidden for me. Okay, on board with Goji, as he puts Gimp under a lot of pressure. Gimp heavily locking up there in front of him. And well, coming into sector 3. Mostly if Goji can stay close behind Gimp. Oh my god, almost losing it there. Through the, well, if your tires aren't warm enough, slippery turns in the beginning of sector 3. Goji taking a little bit of a better line here. Looking to get a better exit as Gimp as well, but I think best thing for Goji would actually be to wait until he gets the DRS overtake. Oh, Gimp running very deep. They come together. And oh, there is Alex in there as well. Red 5 coming through. And he just overtakes... No, it's Bicorps actually. Wait. Is it? No, it was Alex. Oh yeah, the other Red Bull is Noof. Obviously. Yeah, Alex there taking advantage of that little fight and just casually going past both of them. And he's now looking forward to stick with Noof to go for a potential overtake on this straight. As there's a little bit of a train building of pretty much everyone who's gonna have DRS. Oh, and the leaders are coming up as well. Simmons, oh no, wait, that's the other racing part. Oh my god, I'm so confused. But there was Williams, and I think there's only one Williams, right? Or was that the AlphaTauri of Meshik? Confusion pool. Oh my god, yeah, it was the AlphaTauri of Meshik, and Gimp absolutely obliterated himself in the beginning of Sector 3. AlphaTauri's looking so neat, holy moly. Like, damn. I do not appreciate the looks in like IRL, but here they look so good. As Goji has made another costly mistake maybe. The two drivers, Alex and Goji, come together. A little bit of contact. Meshik's gonna be the one profiting from this as Alex runs deep into turn 1. And Meshik with a little bit of an advantage on the racing line. Goes through past Alex as he couldn't get his move done down the inside of the last turn. Which was fairly ambitious though, so yeah. I don't know. Let's give us some details. Tire-wise, the top 4 drivers at the moment have not pitted. Bicorps, of course, has already pitted. Oh, Simmons 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. And there's the pit stop that we were not talking about yet, but that was due. Meshik now goes past Goji on his hard tires. Probably gonna look forward to take them quite a while in this race. Can't imagine another soft stint maybe in the end. As well, the strategy foretold by the game was soft hard soft or soft medium soft, I think. So yeah, I'd say he can. Oh, sorry, he can probably not go through on his hard tires. He's a good bit away from Noof, I think. Or is he? Yeah, 5-ish seconds. As Alex is in the pits right now on only 6 leveled mediums. I assume there's has been something of contact. Maybe that was of his overtaking attempt against Goji. And Alex is now on the soft tires. No hard tires. No plans to go to the end for him yet. Probably planning in another stop for a potential front wing replacement. As Jack is all alone in the leads currently. And has to look for yeah, a little bit of a building of the gap before he comes into the pits right now. Let's see where he's gonna come out as we jump on board with Simmons, who is the direct competitor here of Jack. Of course, pit lane is very long, but you get a little bit of an advantage to skip turn 1. Jack is now making a stop, and I think Simmons with the purple sector 2 and 3 should be in a comfortable lead indeed. He's so far ahead of Jack. Actually, he's not too far ahead, since Jack is still gaining on the exit and having the better angle into these 2 turns. He's probably be gaining some time as well. He dropped out of that 1 second window though, which is a bit of a problem if Sims can capitalize on that and drive away. Up in gaming, what happened? That does not look like a healthy front wing. And a little pace retiring. Where though? Sector 1. Argon Gaming going into the virtual safety car. Pit stop. That is speeding onto a virtual safety car. Yikes. So, when is this thing gonna end? That would be interesting to know. Drivers get a little bit of a notification if the virtual safety car is about to end, so they can start prepare themselves. Push again. To be honest, in my eyes, these drivers don't necessarily look slower, as yeah, they were in fact going back to race speed. Bicorps has a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car. Yikes! P3 at the moment in a very, very good spot, and now he has, well, to drive through basically. Oh my, I think Bettis is in the wall there. Bettis just getting lapped by Simmons? No, probably Goji there. So, Newf in the pits with brand new tires as well. Likely that there was some front wing damage. It's quite amazing how this track turns out to be another one of these, well, very front wing consuming tracks, like Baku, Monaco, for example. I mean, it's a city track, I guess. So that's kind of the characteristic of that. What can we do? Percy here. Let's see if he gets a new nose as well, as I think that might have been the reason to pit. How many front wings does a driver have per race weekend? That would be interesting to know. Alex in the Ferrari. Now running up into the driver from his sister team, if we sort this by managers, in Newf in the Red Bull. But he's not really getting close enough to make a move yet. It's getting very close though. That was a way better braking point into this hairpin than Newf had. He gained so much time on this. Yeah, purple sector 2 with that as well. Of course, on new soft tires, probably the man on the best compound right now. Ethan running wide there. Had some front wing damage as well. Probably just limping into the pits. And I wonder how long Newf is gonna be able to defend that. Or if there are any like team orders thrown out, because Alex has the pace right now. Purple lap, meaning of course a fastest lap of the session. Let's have a look at that. Oh my, yeah, he's like an entire second faster than Simmons, who was again almost an entire second quicker than everyone else. So Alex on the fly right now, absolutely killing it, and I assume Newf is not got any big chance of fighting against that on the Bane straight here. Simmons is back in the pits already. So that would be interesting for Bicorps, as he is likely gonna be serving his drive-through penalty right now. Don't know, behind them one of the McLarens is Percy's in the pits as well. I hope there has not been a coming together of some sorts. Alex, in the meantime, not able to get past Nuve as Meshik though is pushing Goldfish into, well, making mistakes more and more. Definitely putting some pressure on him there. Oh, and that is such a good exit that I hope he doesn't have damage from that. Okay. Yeah, in fact, that was such a good exit that he like almost had no other choice than running into Goldfish, who came out there very, very slow in comparison. Might have been better for Meshik to stay behind there for now though, as this next straight is obviously gonna benefit him with the DRS, and I expect to see him flying past Goldfish here. Around the outside, not that big of a deal. Domi is now here. A slight bit too late, maybe. Like about an hour. Might have been time zone wise or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's not new that we start the races at these times. Anyway, Meshik up in P5 now, just behind of Bicorps, who has served his drive-through penalty as far as I'm concerned, and of course has lost track of the leading peeps a little bit. Wait, Simmons had a drive-through as well? How did he end up behind Jack again? Crazy. Well, Alex is losing more and more time while he's staying behind Nuve. I think he could go faster. Ultimately, he's not gonna be able to go for a move. Yeah, his exits like are not the very best, and I think since this track is somewhat tire consuming, yeah, the softs might be done quite soon. Ah, that should be it though. Absolutely no ERS left here. DRS though, wide open. And through the hairpin, he is ahead. Oh my, that is an interesting move by Ginge on Ethan. Oh my, okay. Ah, too bad for Ginger Ninja here, that he almost lost it on the beginning of the big straight. I am fairly sure he would have had a good chance on Ethan if he has not lost it there. Instead, it's gonna be Fabian Gaming completely overshooting, and Ginger Ninja giving Ethan a little bit of a love tap there, turning him around in the chicane. Hopefully he didn't carry front wing damage from this. Over to Nuve behind Alex. Actually, we'll just stay at Fabian Gaming, because I think it's a bit more likely that there's gonna be happening some action here with him being on the soft compound. Well, generally speaking, I think things have calmed down pretty much. Ah, what is this? Alex got past Nuve again, but I wonder how Nuve got past Alex in the meantime. Interesting. Fabian Gaming lost out quite a bit. Percy, 3-second time penalty, some corner cut in there, most likely. And Fabian Gaming is in fact losing out to Ethan as the medium tire might be the better ones pace-wise with the age that they have here. Yes, at the moment, like, there's not really many drivers who are having a direct battle. There is not really many drivers on different strategies. Oh, hey, Herb strategy inbound. Newf and Alex are sort of slingshotting. Aha! Wait, oh my god. I'm very sorry that this happened. I forgot I can't tap out to, well, make the chat visible for me. Newf and Alex are sort of slingshotting each other to try to gain some time on their soft stint. Is that working out though? I have not exactly been keeping track of their times at the moment. Oh, and it seems like Newf had made a grave mistake somewhere as he lost like 3 seconds. Front wing is intact. Well, still working though. Yeah, definitely interesting if you can do something like that. As it seems like Badass is gonna go into the pits again. Yep. Having some kind of an issue, probably a missing front wing once more. I mean, it's definitely gonna be interesting if the strategy works with the slingshot thing. Alex, surely, I mean, having the quickest lap at some point, profited at least a bit from it. Sector 1, yellow flag, there is a red car. Oh, and that might have been a spin from Alex. Ooh, corner cutting time penalty there. And his front wing is basically gone. Very happy with Bicorps in P4. Can imagine. Fabian has had some unfortunate incidents in the midfield. Yes. But, like, without implying anything, but Fabian has had some unfortunate incidents in the past quite often. Hey, dunk on you. I mean, like, not gonna attack you immediately, but just saying you were signed up and we have denied other drivers access to the race for you to drive, and as you may see, you're not driving. What's up with that? Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, Sims has the beautiful engine sound again, does he? Oh no, actually not. And Sim is gaining on Jack, which is quite nice because we may see some bit of racing in the end then. Bicorps in the pits now for soft tires. I fell asleep. Ah, yikes. Jack's the real G. Hey legend, good race so far. Well, yeah, race has gone a little bit sleepy in the last few laps, but I am sure that if Simmons will catch Jack sometimes, we're gonna see some spicy final laps, as these mediums should be pretty dead towards the end. Meshik on his 15 lap old hearts. These should be somewhere on the way to death as well. Thank you, Codemasters, for that we have missed this beautiful incident. Yikes, if I may say so. Oh my god, Simmons just out of this. What happened? Holy shit. Just spun and then while trying to get back on track drove straight into a wall? Like, Huh. Huh. Interesting indeed. Meshik now on his way to the pits. As a Spy Corps, I think, directly behind him. Wait, Spy Corps on 0 left old softs. Interesting move. Or is this a drive-through? Speaking of drive-through, Inferno Lewis. New second placed driver. Wait a minute. This makes me wonder, actually, seeing Bike Ops here. Like, I'm getting sidetracked heavily at the moment there. But... like, the Ferraris are literal number 5 and number 16. Do we see a number here? Is that, like, intended? Jax is enjoying a good league, what a bloke. Yeah, I mean, Jack is pretty much without any opponents here. New for the 33. Or can't you put your own numbers on these cars anymore? Like, that would be a step back from last year's game. Number 4 and number 55? Yeah, okay. Was, like, I haven't flamed Coldmasters in a while, but that's kinda whack. Didn't you have, like, a number that you could put on any car in the old game? Ah, no. Well, back to racing. What happened to these intervals? Which intervals? I do not exactly know what you're talking about. Inferno Lewis at the moment serving his drive-through. Meshik coming through the last few turns. He's still a big while away. Ethan behind Ginge now. He might be going for a move on the big straight. Oh yeah, he's definitely going for a move on the big straight. Never mind Simmons floating down the track. Ah, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Oh my god. Two drivers, Ethan and Ginger Ninja here, coming very close together. Ethan has to cut it very deep. And Ginge goes in the lead. In the meantime, Alex, new quickest lap. As on his previous soft lap stint as well. These ones are likely to last to the end, or they have to last to the end. Otherwise strategy won't really pay off. So he could get Newf potentially. I doubt they'll get Goldfish. But actually, like, the next drivers apart from Goji are all part of, like, Herb's drivers. So he's occupying P4 to 9 actually, apart from P5 with Goji. Which is not too bad, I think. So, few laps to go with that, of course, with the, well, dropout of Simmons. Jack has sealed the victory pretty much. He's been chased down by Simmons pretty quickly, but now, with Lewis having served his drive-through, yeah, he looks quite comfortable in the lead. 10 seconds ahead. Has gone for another stint of softs as well. So I think this is the first track that I can remember where two-stop is the legitimate best strategy. Usually we see everyone going for one stop and then we have like a bunch of crazy two-stoppers or something. Ethan's getting closer to Ginger. Who's that in the lead there? Someone gonna be lapped, so... From the looks of it, it's Fabian Gaming. Wait, he's not getting lapped, but he's super slow. Or he was super slow. And you're wondering who gets the lead seat between Bikeoffs and Goldfish, and now they are top 2. Huh. Ah, Fabian has no more front wing. Yikes. Yeah, I think you may have to struggle a little bit on the choice of your drivers in Elite. Pretty sure like Gimp's gonna be one of the drivers down in Challenger. But apart from that, all of your drivers are performing quite well so far. Apart from, well, Fabian had a lot of unfortunate incidents. So many that you might even like dare to assume that he is not entirely innocent, but well, of course I am not that daring, so I would never assume something like that, or at least not say it. Anyways, towards the later stages of the race, Newf and Alex still matching up quite well pace-wise with each other, somewhat staying in a fixed different. Oh no, actually, if I think about it, I think Alex caught Newf and just overtook him like a lap ago or something, and now he's chasing after Goldfish, who is chasing after Goji and should catch him quite soonish, I guess. And we stay on board. As, yeah, he has gained plenty of time, and he's gaining even more on the straight through the Mir slipstream. Oh. And of course he has way better tires. He will have way better tires for quite a while, so maybe he's looking good for that P5 spot. Definitely gonna go for a move in the next lap as he closes up roughly 1.5 seconds. Oh, let's have a look at this front wing. Ah, 2 little touches, but if I can't see that right, it almost survived. The right side is a bit damaged. I think the better tires should compensate that though. And well, less downforce on the straights is more speed. Of course, he's gonna have a hard time through Sector 3 then, though. But yeah, Alex is closing up rapidly as well. As bad as I think has spun after the chicane. So, big straight coming out for Goldfish. It's not gaining time anymore. I think that front wing might have taken his chances on a P5 here. On the other side, Alex behind him. Like, not his teammate at the moment, but potential, oh, Herbie teammate. And there is his front wing gone, and Alex goes through. That's been it for Goldfish for at least the hopes for a high points finish. I think Newf's gonna pass him as well, somewhere in Sector 3. Of course, he completely outbrakes himself. As Newf goes through, and he will have to try to save himself into the pits without DNFing. Oh my god. And he DNF'd. Fabian just spoke up for the first time in a while. I hate this track. It's from the devil himself. I feel like he's not alone with that opinion. Like, to be honest, like in my team, I enjoyed driving it, but I did not enjoy racing on it. Like, whenever you have to engage into battle, driving through Sector 1 or like the awkward turns 1 to 4 and hairpin-y thing is a pain behind other drivers, or if you wanna like try to go for overtaking moves or anything like that. Especially like Sector 3, like ugh, behind another driver, it's just, yeah, stop. But, like in qualifying sessions and stuff, it is actually quite enjoyable to drive, in my opinion. It is just not a good racetrack. Percy and Fabian Gaming. Oh my god, there's a lot of spice in this. Badders getting lapped for the second time by the entire field. Going for the TV performance here. And Newf in between Fabian and Percy. Fabian, of course, will, oh my god, try to let him through. Goes so far to the inside that he actually bumps the wall. Might have problems defending from Percy here. That was close. Percy, though, will have another go. Wonder if Fabian has no front wing again. Oh, and a little lock up, but he's through. Yeah, and Fabian does in fact have front wing damage, and that has gone even bigger. I think he has pitted in this very lap for new mediums. Well, any front wing, of course, as well. So yeah, a bit of a yikes. So who do we still have that could do something interesting? Alex has been closing up on Goji, but I am pretty sure we are at the point where the softs shouldn't be the best anymore. I mean, Gimp is racing on 10 laps already, 10 laps old softs, and he's still going, and I assume he's gonna go to the end. Even though he could afford a pit stop and then just, I don't know, have a go at a quick slap or something. Has a lot of space towards Percy. And yeah, Alex is gaining more and more on OG up in front. Half a second through the first half of this lap. Gotta say, that's just beautiful. I don't know. Like Alex, every time I've spectated him going through that hairpin, he hits the apex absolutely perfectly every time. And I don't know, he took like half a second of Goji just through the hairpin. We will jump on board with Lewis, who has... Wait, I thought he had pitted for new tires. Was that some kind of a drive-through that he still had to serve? If so, well, that sucks. Because I thought he was like going for quickest lap and was generally getting into a fight with Meshik again here, but... Well, with Meshik having way better tires, I assume that's gonna be tough, especially since he won't get DRS in this very lap. So yeah, there's really only 2 more chances maybe. Going back to Alex, I think, as this is more likely of evolving into a good battle. As he gets closer and closer to Goji with every single corner he drives. So... yeah, still 1.5 seconds behind. I assume Goji is gonna be spamming that overtake button, and, well, Alex out of ERS, of course. Oh, Meshik going into the pits, actually. But why? Front wing damage? It does seem like it. So he wants a last go at the quickest lap, I assume. Vector 1 yellow flags, that was the Haas that let probably Ethan by. And, well, while Alex is closing up on Goji is closing up on Bicorps as well. So last 2 laps, and we might still see a bit of spice between these 2 Ferraris and Goji in the Racing Point. Pretty similar to what would be the situation IRL right now. Oh my, and I think Bicorps has just made a costly mistake. Goji's right there all over his rear. Bicorps goes far to the inside to defend. Who will probably have to cut the next corner. Gets the 3 seconds time penalty. And I assume that is a time penalty that will cost him his P4 in the end if Goji doesn't take it away on track anyways. Which seems likely to happen. Alex on the same side, going past as well. I wonder if... Oh my god, like, Real F1 has gave me legitimate anxiety whenever I see two Ferraris close together. As, oh my god, Goji with the spin, or with the drift, and the Ferraris run by as a team in P4 and P5 now. But Goji's not out of this yet. Goes around the outside of Bicorps, who has big front wing damage. Probably hit a wall real bad somewhere along the way. And into the last lap, it's Alex now in P4 and Bicorps in P6, as the two Ferraris effectively just switched places. And, well, it was a short battle that we anticipated, but it surely was entertaining. Ooh, there's a Racing Point and a... No, that's not Racing Point. That's a McLaren. But they are not in the same lap. Unfortunate. Thought we had some genuine racing with whoever that is on the start-finish straight. And whoever that is on the start-finish straight is gonna be Jack. 30 seconds ahead of Inferno Lewis. Just flawless race while literally everybody made some mistakes. Lewis is gonna run over the line soon as well, and I think we're gonna jump on board with Meshik here, as he has of course pitted very late for fresh softs, and this is an attempt on the quickest lap of the session, if there ever was one. So can he get it? We're gonna see. And fastest lap by Meshik indeed. So over to Goji, as he's still chasing after Alex. Bicorps of course dropped behind quite a good while, as it is not that easy to drive this track without a front wing. And as it seems, Alex will go through in P4, Goji in P5. Bicorps most likely gonna be following up in that P6. Just for Nuve to finish P7. And Percy gonna be the last driver. Where's Percy? Oh, right behind Nuve. To finish with P11. Well. Overall, very, very interesting race nonetheless. And while I think that... fancy pose. Come on, Vietnam just, like, does not give you the opportunities, always. To race fine. I think that was still somewhat of an entertaining race. We've seen, yeah, old visitors that we already know on the podium, with Jack taking the win, of course, followed by Inferno Lewis and Meshik, the three-way battle that has been somewhat going on since 3 seasons. I'd like to officially apply to the elite here. I will not officially deny you, but I can say your hopes might be a little bit misplaced. Yeah, wait, you did DNF? Did you finish like so far back that it doesn't even count it? You're winning on pit stops 8! Holy moly. Yeah, okay. Anyways, you've seen the grid, even though I scrolled quite a lot through it. Congrats on every point scorer, and of course on the 3 leading drivers in Jack, Lewis, and Meshik. Once more, I'd like to apologize on stream for the chaotic sign-up that we had. We will change the format of the sign-up for the next week once the racetrack is determined by your vote till Wednesday. The vote is, yeah, you can find it in the announcements channel because I was too dumb to make a vote immediately. And yeah, vote for your favorite track that you want to see, or your favorite tracks. You can vote for as many circuits as you want, and the one with the highest votes is gonna be driven. Simmons got the communication bug over his screen and died. Oh, yeah, he would have won. Because I had the communication bug as well. Like, I was spectating him, and then I wondered why the screen got blurry. Because, yeah, I think that would have been very interesting to see you two guys fight it out on the top end of the field. I had the feeling he was genuinely catching up, and that would have been very cool to see. Same with Goji. Okay, that's interesting. So we're not free of Codemasters bugs yet, and I doubt we'll ever be. But yeah, overall I think we can still say it was a very interesting race. I enjoyed it. We'll see what we're back with next week, and we hope to set up 2 races then to prepare a potential split between Elite and Challenger tier. So yeah, see you then.